Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you're joining us from today. My name is Iyanuoluwa, and I am the Learning Experience Manager at Hills and Tech. And happy Easter, happy Sunday to everyone. May the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ, bring all its goodies into our life in the name of Jesus. So you're welcome to today's session of AI 30 days challenge, right? 30 days AI challenge, yes, as we've always called it. And we are really happy that you made it this far, right? And Chisom, you're welcome. Good evening. Hope you are doing very well. Thank you for joining day 28. We started since 21, since day one, and now we are in day 28. Tomorrow is 29, and Tuesday is the grand finale. And today, for 28 and for day 28 and day 29, we are going to be doing a recap of the tools. So it's not like we are going to be teaching them, but we are going to be reminding us, right, of the tools that we've taken, the importance, and everything in between. So you're welcome. Chisom, can you list, if you can hear me, can you please list some of the tools that we've done so far? So we've done 27 days. So let me see if you can list at least six tools. And if you can do 10, please go ahead. just list six tools, 6 to 10 tools that we have learned, and that you have also used, or maybe just that we have learned. Just let's stay at that first. Let's stay at that. You can put it in the comment section. You can be writing it one by one, just so that I know that you can hear me. All right, click up. Awesome. Yeah, Canva. Awesome. That's right. Trello. Yes, Trello. That's right. That's right. That's four. Fantastic. Lovable. Right. Lovable. That's five. That's five. Yay! Round of applause for Chisom. Awesome, fantastic. Chisom is like our MVP. I see your name often, and I see how you've been following us back to back. Thank you so much. And we hope that yes, Gamma, awesome. Right. You're very correct. I'm sure that if I even leave you, you might be able to list all the tools that we've actually done in the last 27 days. And that is really, awesome. And we are happy that you've been able to gain one or two things. Chat GPT. Yes. And we are happy that you've been able to gain one or two things, from this session, right? And we hope that you're going to, share this with your colleagues, with your friends, family, church members, everyone that so that they can also, gain something. And peradventure, they also want to upskill. Yes, we are very open to that as well, for them to take a course with us at Heels and Tech. So let's go to our week one recap. So in week one, we spoke about Google Workspace, right? Google Workspace. We also spoke about Loom. It was also in week one that we did Lovable. It was also in week one that we did Asana, right? And we mentioned that Asana, you know, Google Workspace, they are all collaborative tools, right? That allows one person to be working on something and make it transparent to the other people, as long as they are added to that particular project. I remember that some time ago, I particularly was using Asana, because of our graphics designer. He was trying to ensure that his work was being tracked, and he didn't want to be missing out on a lot of tasks that we were sharing with him. And then he said, "Oh, Yan, let's get on Asana, and so that he can track those things, and he can see the ones that He has completed the ones that are in progress and the ones that he needs to do, right? Instead of just putting it on WhatsApp where everything gets muddled up, right? So Asana is a great tool for collaboration. And the same thing for Google Workspace. We spoke about Google Sheets, we spoke about Google Doc, we spoke about Google Calendar, we spoke about Google Meet, right? We spoke about Google Form as well. The entire, basic tools that we use under Google. And also we also spoke about Notebook LM, right? So we talk about Notebook LM, and Notebook LM is also a Google product. So it works like Chat GPT, just that um Notebook LM is a summary kind of software, not necessarily not like ChatGPT where you can start asking it questions and all of that. So what Notebook LM does basically is also your research assistant. What it does is that it helps you to summarize, lengthy files and lengthy videos, right? It helps you to summarize it and put it into one piece so that you can just work with that. Each, for instance, maybe I on that particular day when I was teaching Notebook LM, I spoke about students of use and tech. When we give them the class recordings, sometimes they're unable to go through the class recordings before the next class, and which is fair because of work and other personal commitments. I said they can just copy the YouTube link that we share with them, and then they put it in Notebook LM, and Notebook LM is going to summarize everything that was said that day, and they are going to have it, and they're going to have that, and they're able to know what was done before the next class, and they're not coming to class feeling lost. So that's a very smart way of being a student, right? It's a smart way of being a student, right? And yeah, it's a smart way of being a student. And that really helped them at the end of the day. So we spoke about gamma. No, I didn't teach gamma. So I spoke about Google Workspace. We taught how to create a form, a Google form. I shared the link so that we can see it, how to link it to Sheets, and how you can add people to it as well. And the same thing as Google Doc. We also spoke about Google Sheets, how to wrap text and some other basic functions on those tools. And the same for Notebook LM. And we also spoke about Lovable. And Lovable is a vibe coding tool where just the way you tell ChatGPT, create a picture of me that da. That's what Lovable does. So Lovable will help you to create, right? Lovable will help to create websites and applications that you can actually make to work live. That's what Lovable does. It will help you to work life, right? And I mean the website and the app, they are going to work live. You don't have to worry about, oh, will people be able to use it? Will I be able to launch it? You'll be able to launch it. Our vibe coding students are currently doing that. And in fact, we are going to be showing you their projects by the end of next week when they're done. And we are so happy that they are doing something very productive with AI. Right. So these are some of the things that we did in week one, and we believe that it's going to help you if you haven't started implementing. It's going to definitely help you, and it's going to help your workflow as well. And I'm not sure I'm leaving anything out. I okay, I mentioned Loom as well. So we also spoke about Loom. Loom is a screen recording tool, right? It's a screen recording tool. If you are in a meeting and you know that you will not be able to properly pay attention, you just click on your Loom icon. We downloaded it and we showed how it can be added as an extension on your laptop, right? You just screen record using your Loom tool, and at the end of the day, you're going to have your video. You're going to have your video and then you can rewatch it later. It doesn't ask people for permission, right? So unlike other note takers like Otter AI, I think Otter AI usually has when you had it that, oh, Otter AI is now on board. But Loom does not do that. It's just going to record whatever it is. Or we also mentioned it for content creators, educators, and the rest of us. And for any other person who wants to train, you can also record yourself using Loom and then you post it and share with people you want to share the video with. And I made I am really sorry about that. Please, my network took me out. I sincerely apologize about that. I am back now, and if you have been following me, I was talking about Loom, and I was talking about how it can be helpful to anyone and anyone at all. I mean anyone at all, including creators, trainers, and the rest of us who might want to use Loom to record. Maybe you are in a class, you are not listening, or you want to train some other people. Loom is a very good tool to do that, to screen record whatever it is that you need to do. So those were the tools that we discussed. Google Workspace, and I Google Workspace, Asana, Lovable, and Loom, and Notebook LM. Those were the tools that we discussed in the first week of this particular training, of this particular AI challenge. And we got good reviews from people saying that it's been very helpful for them and they've been able to use it and it has improved their productivity. So we hope that people who will be watching it over the next few weeks and over the next few months will also find it very, very useful. Very, very useful. So if there's anything you would like to share, if there's anything you'd like to say, I don't know if Chisom is still on the call. If you'd like to tell us how you've used it, how it has been, helpful to you, we'll be happy to hear from you. We'll be happy to hear from you. If there's anything you've done with all the tools that you've learned in week one, my colleague will be covering week two next tomorrow by 5 p.m. And then we're going to have our grand finale on Tuesday. So if there is anything that you've learned or that you've used out of all these tools that has been mentioned, Asana, Google Workspace, or something that you just learned that you didn't know that maybe you use those tools normally, but you didn't know that they could do certain things. You can also share with us. Yes, thank you, Chisom. It has been an amazing experience. So, has there been anything in particular that you have learned aside that you learned those tools? Maybe you've heard of them before, but you didn't know that they could do certain things, and you're like, oh, so this also, perform this particular function. So we are going to be happy to also hear that. We're going to be happy to hear that. I also mentioned Grammarly. I remember that I also taught Grammarly, and Grammarly is like your English tracker. It helps to check your grammar to see if it is correct, your punctuation, your spelling, your arrangement, right? When you write maybe a book, an article, or something, or your assignment, and you're also trying to check if there is no there's this thing that they call, I'm not sure it's piracy, but there's this thing that if you use someone else's work and then you want to check that, oh, it's not you didn't use someone else's work, so that they don't flag you online that, oh, you copied someone or you lifted their work without their permission or without giving them credit for whatever it is that they did, right? So Grammarly also help you to check the percentage of that as well, so that you are safe in the public. So I mean, we've done a lot of things, and I'm really proud that we're able to do this, and a lot of people found value in it. So if you have something spectacular to say, what I mean by spectacular, you didn't know that a particular tool could do something, and then you now know, and you've been able to do it, and you are happy, you are proud of yourself that you were able to pull through. We would like to see your comments. 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 And if you still want us to, maybe teach you one thing, maybe you didn't get a particular part in the week one tools, please do let us know so that we can reshare. So that we can reshare. And then a lot of people are also not online today. So I guess it is that Sunday. So everyone is having fun, and that is beautiful. I mean, before the new week starts again, let people have enough fun. All right, so we don't have anyone who is available to see anything, and that's okay. So thank you so much for coming again. You know, our audience on the line. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for doing this with us. You kept us going, and we are excited about it. Again, in week one, we did Google Workspace. We spoke about Loom. We spoke about Grammarly. We spoke about Notebook Helem. We spoke about Asana. We also spoke about Lovable in week one, and they've been pretty great. So, since we do not have anyone to say anything again, I think we are going to call it a day. And again, thank you for joining. Thank you for doing this with us. Thank you for joining. Thank you for doing this with us. And my name remains once again Iyanuoluwa. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, Chisom.